Whether it's a lager or an ale, whether it's a stout, light, dark, or pale. If you can brew it, Chad can review it. It's time for Chad's Beer Reviews. He's not quite an amateur, not quite a connoisseur, but regardless of the brewer, he's got taste in beer for sure.
You can tell just by his gut, this guy is a bona fide beer nut.
So whether it's a porter or an IPA, whether it's from Europe or the USA, if you can brew it, Chad can review it. It's time for Chad's Beer Reviews.
Hey, welcome to our episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Coming down to the end of all viewer request month. This was my first and only request by a female, Miss Princess 26 out of Australia, and she said, just do an Australian beer. So I thought, yeah, I've never really done one, unless you count Foster's. That was contract brewed in Texas, so doesn't really count. So I got a real Australian beer. This is Cooper's Brewery, Best Extra Stout. Australian made, Australian owned, no additives, no preservatives, real Aussie stout, kangaroo, brewed in Australia. And there's sort of a description on the back. Alright, it's a nice looking stout, pretty typical appearance. You know, just totally, completely black. Nice head on there, it's the same color as the table, you know. Light brown, it's a frothy, little sudsy, little soapy. Smells pretty good. I mean, it just smells like a pretty normal stout. It's I think it's 6.3% ABV, so it's not quite an imperial. I mean, well, you know, from the name you can tell it's a extra foreign stout or foreign extra or whatever. So it's like, it's stronger, but it's not like imperial per se. But yeah, nice smelling beer. It smells stout. I get roastiness. I get real sweet kind of licorice kind of smell in there. Give it a taste. Cheers. What was interesting is that it was a lot thinner. The first thing I noticed was that it was kind of a thinner, wetter stout compared to, you know, what I was used to. I thought the head was going to impart some creaminess, but it didn't really. It was more like more of a pub style, you know, sessionable type stout or porter. Then you finish it and you get all that roasted malt, leaving that roasty, bitter aftertaste. Yeah, pretty sweet up front. Little bit of a black licorice taste in there. Little bit of coffee, dark chocolate. I mean, all these flavors are in there, but they're kind of mild and they're kind of homogenized. I'm not like picking out any individual one. They all just kind of blend together. I mean, the taste I get the most of individually is those deeply roasted malts on the finish and in the aftertaste. It's a nice bitterness, especially, you know, combined with that coffee kind of taste to it. I'm just going to take a quick break. I mean, this is already pretty warm, but I'm interested to see what happens when it gets really warm. So I will be right back with the final thoughts on the Cooper's Best Extra Stout. Alright, I'm going to give a 7 out of 10 to this beer. It's good. You know, really playing all the standard notes of a stout. It's weird because, like, it's caught in that weird void between, like, a 4 or 5%, you know, sessionable kind of pub stout and, like, a more imperial, you know, like, Blackwater Southern Tier Series type stout or any kind of chocolate, milk, sweet, cream, coffee kind of stout. I mean, it has plenty of good flavor in here, you know, like I said, kind of a little bit of black licorice, a little bit of dark chocolate. Even has kind of like almost like a Pepsi kind of taste to it. You know, nice the roasted malts right on the finish and in the aftertaste. You know, that being said, it's not super, super delicious, but there's nothing off-putting about it at all. I mean, you know, the only flaw I would find with it is that the mouthfeel is a little thin and noticeably fizzy, you know. I've never really encountered a stout like this thin and fizzy before. But it tastes good and it's really easy to drink. It does drink like something much smaller than it is. It's 6.3% ABV. It drinks like 4.55 tops. Yeah. Anyway, 7 out of 10 for Cooper's Best Extra Stout. Thanks to Miss Princess 26 for requesting this one. That was the first episode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it, Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Reviews. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.